But
tonight, you know, this lot is hard upon me.
Genesis chapter 49.
We want to read from the book of Genesis chapter 14.
Zabron shall dwell at the harvest of the sea. And he shall be for an harvest of the sheep. And his borders shall be upon Zidon. Verse 20. Out of Asher his bread shall be fed. He shall yield royal identities. Deuteronomy 33:24.
Deuteronomy 33 verse 24.
And the Asherites dwelled among the Canaanites, the inhabitants of the land.
There's a bride without spot or ring tonight. There are others who are not playing church tonight. And this prophecy must be fulfilled. Because the saints must walk upon the earth today. So the prophecy was upon the head of Asher, and the prophecy is upon the bride tonight. And the other prophet says there is going to be the rapture of the saints. And one of these days we are going to fight against the gravitational force, and we will rise upon the heavens. So tonight there are people who are looking at me tonight who are not dwellers of this earth. They are not Zimbabweans, but the Lord predestinated them to pass through Zimbabwe. But one of these days they will fly and they will go in the heavens. This prophecy must come to pass. That which was upon Asher, even today is upon us as well. There is going to be a church in Budiriro, while others are playing church, but there are others who are serious. While others are running around in the case of the world, others are serious, and the prophecy is upon their heads. This prophecy must come to pass. The church of the living God. Budiriro is going to be judged by the bride that's upon the earth tonight. So the judgment of the Lord is so faithful. When we come to that great day of judgment, the Lord is going to call upon the brother whom you sit next to you, the one whom you were thinking that he was playing church. Yet that brother is very serious. That brother you think is a Zimbabwean. No, that brother is not a Zimbabwean. He was just given a Zimbabwean identity so that he can be read of the census of Zimbabwe. But we are pilgrims. Who is just passing through Zimbabwe. I say to our church, we don't need the lion's den. The lions must be fed and they are made to be hungry. Just get me right, the church of the living God. The gospel that we have tonight, the lion's den that we have tonight, let me tell you tonight, if you get in the Spar shop, what do you see? What do you see when you get in the Spar supermarket? What exactly do you come out saying? At this time that you are living, Daniel desired to live. He said, I want to live in the days of inflation. But you are not seeing God in it. I told them at our church, I said if I give you a gun and I ask you to go in a supermarket and say ask you to shoot anyone, there is a person that you are going to shoot. But let me tell you tonight, that person guy is on duty. He is fulfilling the scriptures of his father. And you are here tonight, amen, to fulfill the scriptures of your father. Because if he doesn't do like that, he's not at work. Glory to God. So there is a prophecy that's hanging upon our heads. It was upon the children of Jacob. When they were coming out from the land of Egypt, marching towards to the promised land, Asher was carrying a prophecy. Let me tell you, church, tonight, when they came to the river Jordan, there is this tribe of Israel who said to Joshua, say, Joshua, we don't want to get over the river Jordan. We are going to help our brethren to fight. We are going to do everything. But when we finish with them, we want to come back and possess our land because it's fertile. Let me tell you, brother, they were not supposed to dwell in the other side of the river Jordan. They were supposed to cross the river Jordan. There are a certain group of people who doesn't want to cross tonight. There are certain people who want to dwell to the other side of the river Jordan. They don't want to cross this river to go in the promised land. So when we say Israel is now prepared and ready, you know, they become very much comfortable because they want to dwell on the other side of Canaan. But Asher, the prophecy was upon his head. They began to move, you know, while all these things were happening, as they were entering into the promised land. But before they crossed the river Jordan, there were a certain group of elders who came and asked Moses. They said, Moses, we want to go and we want to see the land that we are going to possess. We don't move with our sight, but we move by faith. So the church went, you know, to take a look and view the land. You know, that's where God is so wonderful in faith. He said, this land of Canaan that you are going, it flows milk and honey. But he never told them that there are certain people who dwell in the land that you are going. So when God calls us from the world, he doesn't tell us that in the church there are 3 kinds of believers. He will just tell you that there's a certain church that's on the land, and in that church it flows milk and honey. When you come, for the first time, you are given, you know, money for your bus fare, and milk and honey will begin to flow. But let me tell you this: every church you see, there's 3 kinds of believers. Let me tell you tonight, these are the 2 whom you find at the backside of the group. They are not your part. No, sir. Those ones, that group is the duty of the pastor. Make believer and unbeliever. The make believer and the unbeliever, they are not your type. But it's the duty of the pastor. That's the duty of the pastor. He was put on his place for that. So if you are, you know, disturbed by this make believe, then your Christianity becomes a problem to me. Even at our church, you know, we are deep in the rurals. You know, you find elephants, they are there. If you see an elephant passing, you know, then you see a very small puppy, a small dog, you know, chasing after that big elephant. You know, if that elephant is not sober, if the upstairs are confused somehow, you know, that elephant, you know, will turn back and begins to chase that small puppy. But if that big elephant, if it's normal upstairs, you know, it will just go ignoring that small puppy, knowing fully well that this is just a small puppy, it's of no harm. Then I said, those small puppies and small dogs, they belong to the pastor. Then the big elephant is that one who is filled with the Holy Ghost.
Saka akazara nomweya mutsvene waMwari haanetswi nekuti ataurwa makuhwa.
So a person who is filled with the Holy Ghost cannot be troubled that people were gossiping about him.
Andichaenda kuchechi nokuti chechi yese yakazara vanhu vemakuhwa.
I'm no longer going for services because the church is full of gossipers.
Ndifunga kuti uri right in.
I don't think you are mentally normal upstairs. You are being troubled by these puppies. What you are supposed to do is you come, you confront the pastor. You say, Pastor, the puppies, they are a problem. Can you please get a hold of these puppies? You are not troubled, you are not disturbed. Your duty is to ignore and move on. Your duty is just to come to the pastor and to say, Pastor, there's a problem in this church. Your puppies, they are a problem. Please get a hold of your puppies. But if you see a very big elephant coming down from that level to become a puppy and begin to chase my puppies, I'll start with the elephant. Because that elephant doesn't know its rightful place. I really want to expound on my issue here. The pastor did well. He gave me a time frame, so I'm using the time frame that I've been given by the grace of the Lord. I love this man. I told them, even at my church, I said, you must take all other things, but just leave that man for me. Because when the Israelites were now going to spy the land, there were giants in the land that they were spying. There are giants of gossiping here. There are giants, when it comes to lying. But if you are not clever, if you are not wise, you hide, from the great giants. But that's not the issue. When Israel went to spy, they saw giants there. You know what they did? They took for evidence. You know what they did? They just took just a little vines, when they came to Moses, the other 10, they never gave a good report to Moses. They said the land is there, sure, but there are dwellers in the land. The land itself, it's as if it swallows its own dwellers. When they gave their first report, when they were coming, in their numbers, the 10 of them, when the other one began to cry, and the other one began to cry as well, even the pastor Moses began to cry. What's making these people to cry? It was a very bad report. But amongst the group that went to spy, there were two who were faithful. Joshua and Caleb. So when they came, and they had to put their vines, down, they quietened the whole group of Israel. They said, men and brethren, there is a promise that we have been given. And in this promise, God never lied before. So if God spoke it, then God is obligated to do it. So instead of having an all-night prayer, they had an all-night weeping. So tonight I'm looking for Joshua and Caleb. I don't want a number of people. There's a certain saying that Brother Brown says that
I wonder if a dozen can
shocks
make
me.
it.
That thing, it worries me.
mune giants arimo.
Because where we are, there are certain giants who are
Giants
there.
acho haisi nyaya yedu.
And these giants is not our issue.
Tinongeta tinongotesa promise.
What we have to do is to look at the promise of God. But tonight, we have been trapped by these giants. And we are discussing our manner of discussion. Whatever discussion we do in the message, whenever you meet, you start to fellowship all the giants in the message. Were we called for that? We were not called for that. We were called for a land. So what we do is we bring down the evidence of this land. Then we forsake and leave these giants who are there. We raw preachers, this issue of so when Israel was now going towards the promised land, I want to read here what the prophet says. And say kukaboka kadiki Bethlehem
58
1958
12:28
muna December 28
paragraph 46.
On paragraph 46.
And even those mothers, when the baby was born, she uttered her voice.
Kunyangwe ivo vanamai pavaibereka vachiunza vana panyika vaitodanidzira kunyangwe mazita avo.
Place them positionally where they had to be in the promised land.
Vainyatsovagadza chaipo panzvimbo yavaifanirwa kuzova munyika yevembiso.
100 years later,
zvino makore azana mberi,
when the
mothers were bringing forth, they were placing the children on their rightful places. So I said to myself, God doesn't make any mistake. Even the church of God, as you are looking at me tonight, if you wanted me to be your pastor, all of you, you're supposed to be placed in PFUNGWE in the rural house down there. This is exactly where what we read here. God was a placing us rightfully in our places. So if you find me coming and preaching in Budiriro, that's I'm at the wrong place. If you see Pastor Komich beginning to minister in PFUNGWE, he's at the wrong place. Because we have been placed rightfully before the foundation of the world. And that the Lord had to ordain your pastor before the foundation of the world. Let me tell you tonight, there are people who run away from their pastor. But I said to our church, I said you can run away from your pastor tonight, but you have not changed the spirit that is in you. You have run away with the same spirit that's in you. So whatever you have run away from you, because every pastor has been ordained by God, not by any man. The church of God. If you never knew tonight, you pray for the pastor. Oh Lord, just show me my rightful pastor.
Your pastor will see you through.
Because
but you are but
as you are looking at me right now, you are traveling this journey with a person whom you don't have faith in. So how is he going to see you through now?
And Joshua, not knowing that,
Joshua asking us, let us put the name of our pastor here. The pastor doesn't even know. The pastor not even knowing who the people are going to believe are. But God gave him a burden that he must come and fellowship and minister in Budiriro.
Yet by the same inspiration,
place
them exactly where they were to be.
Joshua akanyasovagadza chaipo panzvimbo yavaikodzera kugadzwa. So tonight is not a mistake for you to be here.
It's
a mistake to be pastored by Pastor Komich.
Right.
Let me leave that as we move on, as I'm looking at my watch. The issue, That's good for me. It's the issue.
Israel yakugadzirira izvozvi zvinhu zvavo zvakupinda muurongwa.
Israel is preparing right now.
Joshua ari kusvika parwizi Jordan.
As Joshua was he's just crossing the river Jordan. The first city that he approaches is the city Jericho.
Mwari wakati iri ndinokurwira.